Holy Emmanuel, I Selassie, I Jah, Rastafari, Bobo Royalty. Yes, we're gonna talk about the Black Supremacy book, written by Prince Emmanuel, Holy Emmanuel, I. Yeah, the same Holy Emmanuel, I. Yeah, the Black Supremacy book we're gonna speak about, So we see say Prince Emmanuel did write the Black Supremacy book from where? In the 50s, before Jamaica even gained independence. The Black Supremacy book was already established by Prince Emmanuel, the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, Bongo Eddie, So we give thanks for the work of such mighty Black Christ in flesh, Holy Emmanuel I Selassie I Jah Rastafari. Which is a Prince Emmanuel did establish the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, more popular known as the Bobo Shanti. So we see the works of such great men over the years, And even the Black Supremacy book, we see him even establish a constitution, which is the only Rasta foundation in the world who have a constitution. So we give thanks for the works of the Most Right Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edward Holy Emmanuel I Selassie I Jah Rastafari. Yeah, so we're gonna read something from the Black Supremacy book, telling you about Ethiopia. So we must guide our own destiny to Ethiopia. Naturally, as Marcus Garvey did say, Black people future is ruining the West, Naturally. So we have to go in Africa and build up our empire so the world can see us and respect us. We can't stay in the West and build up our empire or go in China and say we're going to build up no Black empire in China or go in Europe and say we are build up no Black empire in Europe. We know say I and I as Black people rule the world from ever since. But our empire, our foundation was always in Africa. No one can dispute that. But the whole world is ours, As Marcus Garvey said, because Black people first gave civilization to the world. So we give thanks for the powers of the Black man and the Black woman. Holy Emmanuel I Selassie I Jah Rastafari. Yeah, so we give thanks, as we say, the Black Supremacy book, in righteousness of salvation, Jesus, Negos, Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I Jah, Rastafari in royal majesty, Selassie I, Jehovah Jah, Rastafari. You see on the cover of the Black Supremacy we have Prince Emmanuel, Holy Emmanuel I, we have Marcus Messiah Garvey I, and Emperor Selassie I, The Trinity in the Bobo Shanti order. So the Bobo Shanti even deify Marcus Garvey and call him God Almighty. Also Prince Emmanuel and Emperor Haile Selassie I. So a 3-in-1 Godhead, The Trinity is not a nowadays concept. The Trinity is a concept go for millions, from creation, So don't feel no way when you see the Trinity, because it is not the Roman Catholic concept. They thief the idea from Africa. The white people come in Africa, come see the Black man already have Trinity. Holy Emmanuel I Selassie I Jah Rastafari. So we give thanks for the powers of the Black Supremacy book. Give thanks for the powers of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the first Rastaman in the whole entire world without apology to no one. Some people said Leonard Howell is the first Rastaman, but I personally hear Prince Emmanuel, Holy Emmanuel, I said, Marcus Garvey is the first Rastaman in the entire world. Because Marcus Garvey was the one who said, look to Africa, you shall see a king crown. Take him for your God and your king. Then time the Emperor Selassie I never get crowned. After that, Emperor Haile Selassie I get crowned. So the black Africans who born in Jamaica through slavery and the slave trade, who they now call Jamaican, when them see Emperor Haile Selassie I get crowned, and them heard the word of Marcus Garvey before he actually get crowned, them said this is the man that Marcus Garvey is speaking about. So we must take for our God and our King. So black Africans start to rally around Jamaica with Emperor Haile Selassie portrait and said, this is the man, you know. Namely, Leonard Howell was one of those men who walking around the whole entire island with Emperor Haile Selassie portrait and said, this is the God that black people should observe, you know. And it makes sense because if black people come from Africa and all civilization come from Africa, and the white men come in Africa and rob our culture, rob our diamond, our golds, rape our mothers, kill our children, kill our forefathers and all these things, and then bring us in the West and give us their white God. It makes sense that we reject all that the white man have to offer and anything that pertaining to black, we must accept it because it's more logical, more real, and nothing fake about it. But when you accept a white man God, after the white man done murder your mother and your father and force you to eat pork and beat you to eat pork, and then you accept him God, you see, say, it's a total destruction, you know. So we give thanks to Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the man who come and, you know, open the eyes of millions of black people across the globe. In the, you know, 19th century, 18th century, coming up to the 21st century. So we give thanks for the works of such great prophet. Bobo Shanti said Marcus Garvey is the greatest prophet to ever born out of the womb of a woman. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Yes, so we give thanks, you know, for the works of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, coming on to the works of, you know, Prince Emmanuel, straight from the works of Emperor Haile Selassie. Because when the Jamaica government did send a mission in Ethiopia with some Rasta, you know, and when them reach in Ethiopia, you know, the king did tell them, say, Prince Emmanuel did done right them already, you know, so them for go back, you know, and link with Prince Emmanuel and work with such man, you know. One of the Rasta who actually went on the mission tell this to me face to face. Holy Emmanuel I Selassie I Jah Rastafari, I think same name Ibert or something like that. I met him up by the university when Sizzla keep the All Mansion up by the university in Jamaica. So we know say Emperor Haile Selassie did come and visit in 1966 on the 21st of April and also met with Prince Emmanuel, you know. So here's the famous photo of such occasion, Let's put Marcus Garvey in the middle because, we, respect Marcus Garvey, same like how we respect Prince Emmanuel, and same like how we respect Emperor Haile Selassie. So we give thanks for the love and the unity. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Same like how we respect Empress Menen also. So we never leave, None of our African culture, our African ancestors, our African roots, our African dignitary, royal nation wealth. Burn the commonwealth at this hour. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, Prince Emmanuel say, anywhere we have Marcus Garvey picture, we must always have, Empress Menen also. Anywhere we have Marcus Garvey, Prince Emmanuel, and Emperor Haile Selassie picture, we must make sure that Empress Menen present is always there also. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, so as I say, we're going to read something, from the Black Supremacy book. Let us guide our own destiny to Ethiopia. Calling upon the UN. This is the Committee of Repatriation for all poor people who needs reparation and repatriation from all small islands and the Western world, such as America, Britain, Canada. Repatriation for all black sons and daughters to Ethiopia. Black Jerusalem, Black Zion, Isaiah 43 speaks. He shall send the Comforter in the last days to bring all things to our remembrance. He shall turn the heart of the father to the children, and the heart of the children to the father. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. This will bring Africa to be a black Africa universally, internationally, and Britain must take her people out of Africa so that Britain can be a white Britain creatively. Through the black God power, Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari. King Emmanuel VII, Adonai God, Jah, Rastafari. Black God liveth in flesh of all people. People stand for equal rights and justice. Selah, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yes, I give thanks, that is, the last part of the Black Supremacy book, and the, last page, to the ending, of the Black Supremacy book, where you see Marcus Garvey standing on the Black Star Line, Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, my Lord. And Empress, Prince, and Princess.